Before the advent of modern weaponry, warfare was a profoundly different endeavor, shaped by the technologies, strategies, and societal structures of its time. The way wars were fought prior to the 20th century reflects both the creative ingenuity and the brutal realities of historical conflicts. This period was defined by the use of melee weapons, bows, siege engines, and early gunpowder devices, with tactics evolving alongside changes in political landscape, technology, and military theory. The origins of pre-modern warfare can be traced back to ancient civilizations. The Sumerians of Mesopotamia are credited with forming one of the earliest known organized armies around 3000 BCE. These early forces used bronze weapons and chariots, setting a pattern for subsequent military developments across different cultures. In ancient Egypt, pharaohs mobilized massed infantry for territorial expansion and defense, wielding weapons made from wood, stone, and later metals like bronze and iron. The strategic use of terrain and formations was pivotal in ancient warfare. For instance, Greek city-states demonstrated advanced military organization during the Persian Wars in the 5th century BCE. The Greeks utilized the phalanx formation, where hoplites, heavily armed soldiers, formed tight rows with shields locked together and spears pointed outward, a method that proved highly effective in close combat scenarios. Warfare took another significant turn with the Roman Empire. The Romans perfected the manipulation of large-scale armies composed of legions that could adapt to various combat situations. Their military prowess was not solely due to superior weaponry, but also their rigorous discipline and strategic logistics, allowing them to expand their territory extensively. In parallel with technological advancements were key decisions regarding military leadership and strategy. One such example is Genghis Khan's leadership during the Mongol invasions in the 13th century. His adoption of highly mobile cavalry units equipped with composite bows enabled swift and devastating attacks over vast distances, reshaping large swaths of Eurasia's political landscape. The political context often dictated how wars were fought. Feudal Europe provides a clear illustration of this interplay between war and politics. During the Middle Ages, landowning nobles maintained private armies, or knights who fought for control over territories based on feudal allegiances, rather than centralized states. This fragmentation led to frequent conflicts characterized by sieges and small-scale battles involving armored knights. The introduction of gunpowder to Europe in the late Middle Ages began to transform warfare permanently. Cannons, first used at battles such as Crécy, 1346, gradually ended the era dominated by fortified castles and armored knights. This period marked a transition toward armies equipped with firearms, including arquebuses and later muskets. Technological innovation continued into the Renaissance with improved metallurgy contributing to more effective cannons and small arms. The 16th century saw further evolution in infantry tactics as formations adapted to counter the threat posed by new weaponry. The Spanish tercio, a dense formation combining pikemen and gunmen, exemplified these developments. As warfare evolved, so did its consequences on societies involved. The 30 Years' War, 1618–1648, one of Europe's most destructive conflicts before the 20th century, demonstrated how extended warfare could devastate entire regions' economies and demographics through violence, famine, disease, and displacement. Over time, these changes had profound long-term impacts on how states viewed military power and governance leading up into the modern age. Professional standing armies became commonplace by the end of the 17th century, as rulers sought more reliable control over military forces than what feudal levies could offer. Throughout history, then, pre-modern warfare has been not just about battles won or lost, but also about how these conflicts have shaped political boundaries, social structures, economic development, and even cultural identities over centuries. In conclusion, understanding how wars were fought before modern weapons involves recognizing a complex interplay among technological innovation, tactical evolution, political ambitions, and societal needs. These factors collectively influence not only immediate battle outcomes but also broader historical trajectories shaping our world today.